Welcome in. Episode 20. BBL Sports Talk, the Big Boys League. Next week, episode 21. We will be drinking and we'll be live streaming. We hope you will join us to celebrate 21 episodes. BBL Sports. Gonna get into some Lions talk, a little college football talk tonight. Gonna talk some history, conspiracies. It's gonna be a good episode. Good evening, gents. How we feeling tonight?
Feeling like shit, but I'm here for the fans.
This is Stark's Jordan game tonight. His flu game.
It is. It is my flu game. I will never miss an episode because I'm not feeling well. But I will miss work if I'm not feeling well.
Absolutely.
Cut that just in case.
That's it. It's not.
I can't go to work. I can't be sick at work.
You can't. Yeah, you can't spread it to the people around you. When you're recording a pod, you're just sitting in a room.
In the comfort of my home.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, I'm excited to record. We got episode 20. I said it in the intro. Episode 21 next week, which will be live streamed. We will be drinking to celebrate that podcast is now legal drinking age. That's massive.
We're legal.
And we're going to be rolling into the college football playoff games. We're going to be talking a lot of college football next week.
Something creative for that live stream because this might be the one. Perfect timing right before the playoff, right before NFL playoffs. We go viral because Joey goes crazy on some. We got to get Joey some. You know what? Let's get Joey some tequila. I'll feel safe with Joey and some tequila if I'm not in the same room as him. He might want to fight us, and he'll be very good content, but at least he can't beat me up because I'm not with him.
I give you guys permission if either of you have the video of me laying in Stark's face.
This might be the time. 21 episodes might be the time to unleash that video onto social media.
Whipped cream and root beer burnett's.
You went demon mode that night, Joe.
Those were your guys. I was drinking your booze because all I bought was a pint of Jaeger, and I drank it within 30 seconds of being
I have it's literally my favorite picture. I have a picture of Jet in nothing but socks. No, he's got more clothes on than socks, but Jetty sock that night. It was a rough night, dude. But the video speaks for itself. I mean, it's impressive.
Oh, he's a beast.
I know. I got some memories with Joey and vanilla burnett's, lemon burnett's. We've got some memories from back in the day, but no, we're gonna start hot take tonight. We're going in a little bit of a different direction. It's a hot take. It's not sports related. It's American history related, and I want you guys to be honest with me. Am I an idiot, or am I maybe onto something here? It involves a man named Benjamin Franklin. Okay, everybody knows Ben. Everybody knows Benji. He's on the $100 bill. But here's the thing: think really deep about it. He is one of the most well-known founding fathers, right? He's on the $100 bill. Everybody's constantly talking about Ben Franklin. I live in Philly. You walk the streets of Philly, and they have all these historical signs. There's not a historical sign in Philly that doesn't say the words like Benjamin Franklin started this, or Benjamin Franklin did this, or Benjamin Franklin did that. So I was thinking this weekend, this man got his money. He owned the newspaper. He owned the print shop. He ran the newspaper.
Dude.
He didn't fight. He didn't fight in the American Revolution, okay?
Dude.
He didn't fight. He was never an elected official, politician, but he ran the newspaper. Was Ben Franklin the first version of fake news in America?
Dude,
did this man not do the things that we have been taught that he did, but he took credit for everything in the newspaper?
So, I don't think you're an idiot at all. And I want to talk about this. Can we talk about this for a second?
Yeah, let's spend some
Dude,
time.
fake news was around back then. It was a real thing.
Look at Jet trying to fact check me on Google right now.
No.
I have to look this up. No.
He can't think for himself. You just got to look it up.
No, I always forget. I get Ben Franklin and Thomas Edison confused.
Well, Ben, that's the thing. This goes hand in hand. Ben Franklin supposedly flew the kite to prove electricity was real. Did he, though? What kind of freaking education?
Edison?
Thomas Edison invented electricity, but Ben Franklin flew the kite.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah, that's fake.
I'm going to back you up. Adam, I went into this rabbit hole one time about the Boston Massacre and how that is a fake news event. And that what the U.S. reported happening at that event was like very false, and that it did not happen, and that if you go and look at UK reports or like the other side from that time, very, very different, and they're fake newsing their people to make them mad and to make them like patriots for their country. But what they said had happened really didn't happen. I could go into detail about it. Fake news is a thing, but it's also been a thing for like everywhere, always. It's just a normal thing. Benjamin Franklin. You know what I think of every time I hear that is, do you ever watch The Office?
Oh yeah.
You know when he comes in as Benjamin Franklin, they think he's a stripper. That's my favorite. But I love it, and I want to ask the audience: can we open up a little conspiracy talk on the podcast? Because I myself, I love conspiracies. Joey likes to hide it. He likes to be a hidden conspiracy theorist, but not me. I'm open.
I am down to open with a quick little conspiracy each week instead of a sports hot take. We'll mix it up. But I do want to ask the listeners, and Joey, let's get your input on this really quick, but is Benjamin Franklin on Fraud Watch?
I'm a facts guy, and once again, I still don't have all the facts between him and Thomas Edison. So I'm going to accumulate all their accomplishments into one and say he's not on Fraud Watch, but I'll do a little bit more research and get back to you.
All right, that's fair. I also could be – no, I'm actually not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I could be wrong. No, I'm sticking with my guns. No, I'm sticking with my guns.
You could be wrong.
Here's the thing is that, Joey, you just proved my point. Because here we are 250 years later, and you don't know the difference between – you think Benjamin Franklin might have invented electricity. And that is exactly what Ben Franklin wanted. No,
he invented the lightning rod.
He invented lightning rods?
See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. No, this man did not. I'm calling – he's on Fraud Watch. So we'll stop there. But I want to know the listeners, please – drop a comment.
I think Ben Franklin might be on Fraud Watch.
Is he on Fraud Watch?
We might have to dive into this.
We got to know. And we can always come back.
We'll do a side episode about Ben Franklin.
30-minute live stream. Benji Franklin Fraud Watch, ? Will be the title of the live stream.
Put Dan Campbell on the Hyundai. On the Hunch.
Yeah.
If they win the Super Bowl this year.
Dan Campbell wins a Soupy. We put him on the Hunch.
I like this. I like where we're headed.
And the strip, instead of being that deep blue, it's Honolulu blue.
Oh. See, that would be an upgrade. You pull a Honolulu blue bill out of your pocket.
Damn.
All right, let's talk sports now. Sorry. I hope we didn't lose a ton of listeners there.
We might have lost some people there.
It's okay.
Or
just fast
they're
forward.
way more engaged than they've ever been.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how that episode does, none be wise. But all right, let's talk some football. Obama. So, here's the thing.
Can we do our Who's Who real quick?
Oh, my bad.
Oh,
yeah, we're doing Who's Who. My bad. That's on me. We're doing Who's Who, and we're going to let Start go first.
All right. Is Rebelette Ty the Henry Sissons of the SEC? Oh, my God.
Yes.
That one came to me the other day. I was like, wow. Smacked me right in the face.
Shout out Rebel at Ty if he's listening. Yes, he is. Jay.
This one is good, and it's going to get some people mad, possibly some co-hosts, because of how true it is. Oh, my God. Get ready for that bomb button. Is the 2025 Michigan football team the 2024 Chicago Bears of the 2024 Nebraska football team? So look at it this way: you got the number one quarterback in the country, Bryce Underwood, coming in to a previously really good defense and a severely underwhelming head coach. I think that expectations are going to be severely missed next year.
I don't even think Bryce Underwood's going to be their starting quarterback next year, so
that would also be a problem.
I think it's Miller Moss for a year, redshirt Bryce Underwood, and then you got 4 years of Bryce Underwood after that.
You think that it's a quarterback who's not even going to your school right now?
Yep.
Yeah, buddy. Listen,
or Caden Salter. Or the transfer portal, if you have not seen yet, Joey, is loaded. And for whatever reason, Michigan is pulling in recruits and flipping recruits like no other right now. Oh, my goodness. So go ahead, Adam. That did piss me off. You're right.
You know what? I'm going to say my who's who really quick, and it sucks, and then we're going to get back to this. Is Jameis Winston the Jameis Winstons of Tom Brady's? Okay. Okay. I had to come up with something on the fly today. Let's talk, and this is a great segue. Let's stay on the Michigan topic because I want to talk a little bit of college football until we get into the Lions, right before we get into the Lions. So regarding your take, Jet, I don't even think there's any expectations for Michigan football yet. We don't even know. We'll see.
There's no expectations, but you already have
mechanism, Adam. It's
coping.
Yeah, listen. When your team doesn't make a bowl game, when your team doesn't make a bowl game, and finishes the season, and here let's actually talk about something because Joey, I was going to come at this from a sympathetic angle tonight, but you have
let's crush this man.
You have made me decide to go another direction.
Let's bring it down.
Have you seen the recruiting numbers today?
Michigan State's having a great day.
Let me just go ahead. The latest numbers right before we recorded, I pulled the numbers up. I'm going to name some teams that have a better recruiting class than Michigan State, okay? And this is just off the top of my head.
There's 55 of them. We're 56 right now.
BYU. Minnesota. Illinois. Virginia. Boston College.
Can't blame them. They won. They're a good school. Good program.
Adam, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Would you rather be a football team who, starts the year showing some promise but totally fades off and looks like shit to end a season? Yeah. Or would you rather be the football team who starts the year looking like shit but pulls it together and figures out a way to knock off maybe, let's say, a top 3 team in the country, hypothetically? Which coach who would you take? Which coach would you want going to the next season in that scenario? A or B? The team that starts well or ends well?
Definitely be the team that ends well. A guy who might be on a legacy run right now, maybe signed the biggest recruit in the class, maybe flipped a couple 4-stars today, maybe fired his OC after a massive win. And Stark, something I threw out to Jet on the live stream last night, I want to get your take on this. Does Michigan have the best win in college football this year?
I mean,
the best resume win in college football.
You got rivalry, you got scenario, you got timing of the year, you got the underdog. So maybe
on the road, number 2.
It was an ugly game. It wasn't a pretty game. It wasn't whatever.
Ohio State missed 3 field goals.
It was. It doesn't matter, Joey. We don't do that.
Inside of 25 yards.
Ohio State can go win the national title. That's fine.
Jaden Fielding.
You do not mean that. If they win a national title, you're going to
ask them. Look at the videos online right now. They say, "Would you rather beat Michigan for 20 years straight or win a natty this year?" They said, "Give me Michigan 20 years straight. I beat them."
No, they did not say that.
I'll send you the clip. We'll post it.
But here's what I'm going to say. You guys had your fun. Sharon Moore did not get the number 1 recruit in the nation. He didn't get the number 1 quarterback. $12 million in NIL did. There's nothing impressive that Sharon Moore has done. You guys do a great job with retaining and getting new players with NIL. It's the reason that you won an asterisk national championship. The One More Year Fund kept Blake Corum and J.J. McCarthy and a couple of those defensive guys around. So yeah, NIL. You guys are figuring out how to win the NIL game, and sooner or later we'll get Ishbia, Dame Gilbert, Magic Johnson to start pulling their weight, throwing some change around. We'll get there. It's a building process, but would I be happy with Sharon Moore? No, and I said this to Adam yesterday, Stark. Domino effect, we're going to look at this in like 2030. There's going to be small domino. Sharon Moore, Ryan Day being so bad, Sharon Moore beats the number 3 team or 2 team in the country. And then mega domino, Michigan goes 0-13.
Dude, when I hear you speak right now, all I see is a scared Spartan. Like, that's it. You're just.
I feel bad for you guys because it should be exciting. You guys have a really good quarterback coming in, and he's going to ruin him. He's such a bad coach.
Dude, okay, as a Michigan fan, I'm going to speak for you. I'm going to speak for Adam, too, here. As a Michigan fan who just watched his team go 7-5 after a national championship, that awful football team that me and Adam bitched about all year still beat the shit out of the Spartans, and I don't care if it was a close game. They won in the trenches. They still beat Ohio State with a fucking a quarterback that had cancer last year. Do you think I give a shit? We are okay. The question's this: Michigan fans, do you want the number 1 recruit in the country, or do you want Davis Warren again? Obviously, we're gonna be excited about it. Fuck, Sharon Moore just beat the shit out of Ohio State and Michigan State without a quarterback. Yes, we'll give him a chance. Let's see how it goes. And if your hypothetical is saying, oh, he's going to be bad, Jonathan Smith might not be in East Lansing for another year because holy shit, what a debacle at the end of the year. So I'll make a bet with you. Or what? You want to make a bet?
Yes, I know where you're going with this.
I'd love to hear this bet because
I know where you're going with this.
Michigan State's win total was 4.5 this year. They went over it. Michigan's win total was 9.5.
Don't care. How did they do at the end of the year? Wins against who? Who did they beat?
He did not outperform expectations.
I'll make a bet with you, Joey. I bet you Sharon Moore is the head coach of Michigan longer than Smith is the head coach of the Spartans.
Yeah, that's such an easy bet. I'll
do
take
it then.
that.
We'll make it. We'll do the terms later, but do you agree?
Yeah, we'll do.
All right.
We'll do that.
All right. You got Jameis Winston Jr. holding the fucking keys to Jonathan Smith's career, right?
One of the hottest athletes in the nation right now.
Chili's?
Jabo.
Jameis Winston.
Yeah, Chili's is not Jameis Winston. He just throws
the interceptions like he does.
He just throws the interceptions like he does, buddy.
All right. Before we move to the Lions, the last thing I want to say is I want to thank Jameis Winston because I had Broncos minus 6.5, and we were dead in the water, and he threw a pick 6 to get the cover. And then he drove right back down to throw a dagger through my heart, and then he threw another pick in the end. He threw a Davis Warren duck into the end zone.
He threw the Davis Warren, identical Davis Warren ball. It was a wide open receiver in the end zone, and he threw it 5 yards short.
Right to the linebacker. So thank you, Jameis Winston. Never change. We love you. All right.
Call me asparagus.
Let's talk Lions. Let's preview the game. I know you guys keep up with the news, and this isn't news to you, but just for the listeners, the injuries just keep stacking for the Lions. So Rodrigo out for the year. Obviously, we know about Anceloni. No DJ Reader tomorrow. No Taylor Decker tomorrow. No Josh Paschal tomorrow. And I believe Anzarike is also out tomorrow. You've got Aleem McNeil and Za'Darius are the 2 guys that are, frequent players on that defensive line that'll be playing on the defensive line tomorrow. But one of the things I need to mention is Jair Alexander not playing tomorrow for the Pack. He's out with an injury. And then Romeo Dobbs cannot come back yet from his concussion, so Dobbs is out tomorrow as well. But massive, massive game because as much as the Lions keep winning, so do the frickin' Packers, so do the frickin' Vikings, and so do the damn Eagles. The Lions cannot afford to slip up. They're 3.5-point favorites. The game's in Detroit. Both teams coming off of a week of rest on the Thursday night game because they both played on Thanksgiving. I want to know, we're going to do what we do every week. How do you expect this game to go, and who are your X Factors? In Stark, we're going to start with you. I have a feeling who you're going to go with that for the X Factors.
But they got to stick with it, right? Like the running backs and the offensive line. And and when I hear injuries, I'm like, all right, but I don't hear any offensive linemen. I don't hear any running backs. Until we lose knock on wood, we won't. Hopefully they stay healthy because of the way they use them. But, I mean, it's a next man up mentality right now. A lot of teams are hurting. I mean, you signed Jamal Adams with the mentality. Hopefully, I can see them playing. I like this move. I'm going to slow down on this idea really quick. I like the Jamal Adams signing because I do not think they'll ever use him in coverage. I think the idea, maybe a little bit of like short field coverage, but the idea is going to be to get him at the quarterback. And I like the creativity of who they're signing. They're going to get like Quan Alexander. They're getting these guys that can play. They're like proven players. Are they older? Sure. Are they maybe at the end of their career? Sure. But they're hungry to win, right? So I just think with how this team is built, and this is the dynasty aspect I've talked about earlier when we started these episodes, is like we're not looking – yes, we want to win the Super Bowl this year, but we're looking to build a dynasty. Like, don't we want to be good for like 10 years straight here? And if you want to be good for 10 years straight, you're going to have a system to fill those spots. And last week when everyone started going out, did you guys notice that Muhammad D end that was just shredding the game up? Like, we're going to need guys like that to step up. So I'm not worried. The injuries do not worry me. The Rodrigo one sucks, but Quan Alexander can fill that role hopefully, and the running backs will continue to just do the sound. Adam, do the sound for the running backs. They'll just do this the whole night. All night. So, yeah.
I didn't know what sound you were talking about. That's a good call, though. That's a good call. All right, no, I like to take. Jet, what are you looking at in this game, and who's going to be your X factor? And if you want to hit on Jamal and Quan as well, because, yeah, those are some big-ish name signings that the Lions made.
Yeah, I got a question about Quan Alexander. He was playing for the Broncos? I thought we signed him off the practice squad.
He was currently on their practice squad. I don't think he had gotten any game action.
Because PFF came out and said that he's had 60 snaps this year.
Then never mind. He's played for the Broncos.
That's what I was confused, but he's like a top-rated linebacker for him. From PFF.
Yeah, I mean, he's a vet. He's a seasoned vet. He's made a couple different stops. I mean, he's a good football player. He's a little older, and he just happened to be on the Broncos practice squad. So I did not know that he had played snaps this season. Maybe earlier in the year, and then somebody beat him out, and he got moved down to the practice squad. But that makes me feel better about the signing. I kind of feel dumb. I didn't know that he had played snaps this year. But
I just saw. I don't know how much you put into Twitter, but PFF posted like his ranking, and I believe it was top 3, and you had to have a minimum of 60 snaps this year. And like you said, I mean, that defense is so good. Some young guy probably beat him out, and he got sent down to practice squad. But X Factor, God, it's so tough. I would love to say like the whole defense, just next man up. But I'll say Aleem McNeil. I would love to see some pressure on the quarterback from him and run stuffing as well. I think that we cannot let Josh Jacobs get going, and we've been doing a great job. Start normally brings up this point, but running backs do not typically do well against us. So I hope with all the injuries that continues to be the case, and because as you can tell with us from majority of our games this year, when you get the run game going, then that pass game opens up, and you get a little play action going and deep ball. So I hope our defense is able to shut down Jacobs. I don't have much more else than that, though.
I like it. So yeah, I want to talk about the Lions shutting down the run. It's in Joey. I know, like in the college game, you're not used to seeing something like this, but Stark and I are just lucky because we're fans of two teams that you just can't run the ball against them. And it's just so much fun to watch. Like when you got a gritty team like that, it's like you're not running the football against us. So I'm used to seeing it on Saturdays and Sundays. Joey, you've seen it every Sunday this year, but I genuinely think a big part of that is Aaron Glenn's system and the way that he calls a game. And so I know they're banged up at the linebacker core. I know they're banged up on the defensive line, but I expect Josh Jacobs to have one of his worst games on the ground all year tomorrow night. I do not expect Josh Jacobs to be super successful on the ground. I really hope we don't clip this later and I look like an idiot. But I I don't expect Jacobs to do much. Here's my X factor tomorrow, and it's kind of chalky, but it's Mr. MVP. It's Jared Goff. Take care of the football, you win the game. Take care of the football, you win the game. Don't be loose with it in the pocket. He's had one too many of those, trying to evade a sack and ball gets stripped, or just throwing a ball in the double coverage, some ducks. He's been pretty good, but then, I don't know, at the beginning of the season and then lately, I just feel like he could do a better job taking care of the ball. So I think you take care of the ball, and if the Lions finish the game with no turnovers, the Lions win the game. So, Jared Goff, you are my X factor tomorrow.
I think Amon-Ra goes off, too, with the whole McKinney talking shit.
Xavier McKinney, what are we doing, dude? Why would you do that?
Don't they know?
I love it. But why would you do that?
Don't they know?
What did he say to Amon-Ra?
They asked him a question about Amon-Ra, and he said, we're not worried about him.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we don't worry about that, man.
We're not worried
now,
about
to be fair, he was asked about his Packers suck sweatshirt, like the Amon-Ra wore in Green Bay, and that was his response. But still, what are we doing, man? I was thinking this was going to be a JMO game. That was my thought. And then Xavier
You
McKinney.
think every game is a JMO game?
Yeah.
Every game has the potential to be a JMO game, and eventually you're going to be right. But no, I think Amon-Ra goes off, and I think I'm very excited to watch this game because I think it's a shootout. I think it's a high-scoring game. I would take the over in this game. I know it's a divisional game, but high-powered offenses and banged-up defenses. I do think the safeties will force a couple turnovers, whether picks or. Tucker Kraft is also talking shit about Kirby, so this could be.
I did see that, dude. I didn't know if that was real, and honestly, I meant to bring that up.
It's crazy how easy it is to get duped these days, but
yeah, dude, I saw real. It was like it wasn't him actually saying it, but it was like a screenshot of him with words, and he said something about. What do you say?
He's taking my brothers down, and if I get my hands on him, I'm gonna.
Yeah, dude. If that
I don't think that's real.
Adam,
I'm gonna
You want to talk about fake news? I think that's more real than Benjamin.
You are fake news.
Hey, Benjamin Franklin.
You are fake news.
If it is out that is real, I mean, holy shit, that guy's a total cornball, and I hope Kirby does the double shoulder dive right at the kneecaps.
There's no way that's real. I'm sorry. I read that too. There's no way it's real. I don't believe it.
Yeah, it's real. You want me to read you the quote?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Where'd you get this from? Hold on. Who is your source?
BBL Sports.
Yeah, BBL Sports. I wrote
Durag Rebel on Twitter.
Yeah. Durag Rebel. Oh, gosh.
I don't have too many tidbits on Kirby. I do know that he's a dangerous player. What else? And then it goes... just keep going. If I find the full thing, I'll read it.
All right, but you have to name your source. Because there's... He's
a respectable player in the NFC, but in my mind, I'm not really worried about the DBs too often. I'm worried more about the guys in the box. But it's a different game. I don't have too many players. I know he's a dangerous player. He's a good player. Yeah, the quote was taken hell out of context. So. No. He's taken some of my brothers out of the game, and I think about that too. So if I get a chance to get my hands on him, I'll be playing football. That's the quote. So it wasn't. He just did say a lot of good things about him before he said that.
Source, though.
Damn it, Adam. I don't have to have a source. Isn't that what
Ballsack. Was it Ballsack?
Ballsack Sports or NFL Sentinel. Those crack me up if you follow
This says Odyssey, the Detroit Lions on Odyssey.
Ah, all right. That's fair. That's a real quote.
Yeah. No, one of my favorites is just those guys that have like generic like ESPN looking guys, and it'll say like Ryan Green ESPN, and they are just not anyway with ESPN, but it looks so real.
Well, that one guy said after Goff threw those 4 picks, he's like, unreal stat. When Goff throws 4 picks, he's 6-0. And then the next day it was on McAfee. They were talking about it, and then I believed it, and I went and told someone at work, and I was like, "You want to hear a crazy stat?" Well, and he's like, "There's no way that's real." I'm like, "I swear it's real. I heard it today."
The Ox put it in our group chat, and I was like, "That is 100% fake." He threw a bunch on Thanksgiving last year, and we lost that fucking game. And he's like, "Oh shit, you're right."
Yeah, it's
off topic on the Lions, but do you guys remember when Skip Bayless fell for the Ball Sack Sports Report?
Yes.
Somebody told James Harden he had man boobs at practice, and he walked off the court crying, and then Skip Bayless brought it up on Undisputed the next morning. Just, we can't allow that to happen to BBL. We cannot allow it to happen.
No, we can't get got.
All right, we are going to move on to college football picks, if you guys are good with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anything else on the Lions?
No. Let's get this
All right.
show on the road. And tell me what my record is.
Yeah, I will, buddy. I'll let you know.
Yeah,
All right, let's start in college football. And I just got to say, I mean, guys, we continue to have a great college football season. I'm in the lead at 41-29. You guys are tied at 39-31 in second. Had some decent weeks, 3-2, 2-3, 3-2 last week. Championship week. So, guys, we're getting really close to the end of the season here, and we are going to figure out the punishment for the loser. I'm very excited. But there will be an NFL loser, and there will be a college football loser.
I think we have to decide that prior to.
You know what?
Can we
That's a good
brainstorm on that real quick?
Yeah.
I'd say
Next
the 2
week-
winners decide the punishment for the loser.
Ooh,
Within reason.
I think we should all agree on it right now.
I agree.
Not
Because-
now.
Right this
Let's not
second?
rush it.
Yeah,
let's brainstorm.
Quick
Next
brainstorm
week's-
on it. Quick brainstorm.
Okay.
My brain doesn't
have you
work
seen
quick.
the video of the fantasy football punishment where they lock a guy in a dog cage and just
Yes,
pour
we're not doing
food and liquid on him?
You are
I
not.
was-
That's so fucked up that that's the first thing you thought of. No, Adam. How about I lock you in a plastic bag and throw you in a lake?
That is the most dehumanizing.
That's what I'm
worst.
saying. It's fucked up.
I was thinking just like the loser has to drink like 10 beers on the pod.
Dude, 10 beers. That's ridiculous.
I would
What?
enjoy that.
10 beers in an hour?
Yeah, 10 beers
It
is
might
tough,
be
actually.
a longer pod. We might have
Yeah,
to
long
wait.
pod.
I'm
But
worried because I'm going to
for
lose one of
every
the 2.
shot they take, it removes a beer.
Or we live stream a game and we have to make a rule for a game.
Yeah, we could do like a drunk live stream where we. I don't know if you can drink
This
on
is good
YouTube, so we
podcasting.
might have to. Yeah. Well, people want to be involved. They care.
Well, let us
Yeah.
know. I mean, I'm definitely going to be
Let's-
punished for college or for NFL.
Drop,
So.
hey,
Drop-
you guys have been done so well with hot takes.
Yeah.
Drop some punishments.
Drop
Kyle, what
some
do you want me to do
punishments.
for my punishment, Kyle? How about we let Kyle pick my punishment?
Kyle's coming in hot. You
Kyle
know what?
said he wants you to get sacrificed at halftime of the Notre Dame game.
Yeah, that
Take him
Catholic
to
fuck would
midfield.
want me to do that. I'm not a baby, though. You can't. Come on.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have
The Catholics are not going to sacrifice me at halftime, Joe. They're going to do it before the game, so they get a full game of good luck out of it. Okay.
True.
Right.
The sacrificial lamb. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to announce the punishments on the pod next week. And there's going to be an NFL punishment, and there's going to be a college football punishment. We're in a really
That was
tight race
both.
in college football. Well, the 3 of us are going to convene on it, and we're all going to agree. But at the same time, we're going to have people commenting on social media and YouTube to give us some ideas for punishments. So,
I wish I would have tried harder, you know.
yeah, if you would have put in effort, you'd be in the lead. So,
It's
but
just
no, you're in
so try.
second. You guys are only 2 games behind me, and we're going in the championship week. And we are going to pick the playoffs. So the final stretch is going to be the playoffs to get our winner. And the national championship game will be picked, and we'll decide the winner. So
We should do a
and
bracket.
the loser. We'll have a little bracket going. All right, let's get into college football games. Let's start in the Mountain West. UNLV and Boise, little rematch. Boise laying 3.5. This line's identical to what it was when they played earlier in the season, and Boise covered. And I'm going to go Boise. I think they cover again. I was an idiot, and I took UNLV last time, and I felt like a stupid idiot for it. So, give me Boise. Jet?
Hard to beat a team twice. Give me UNLV.
Starkey?
I'm taking Boise.
Genty.
I think
right.
the more this talk about Janty not getting the Heisman goes, the more he's going to go out there and ball out. So,
Yeah,
right,
my problem
go.
with Boise, I just don't think they're a complete team, but I also don't think
they're not a
UNLV is that
complete
good,
team.
so-
They're not that good, but they do
Yeah.
have the best player in the country.
Yeah. So, all right,
Your Heisman
let's go.
pick?
No,
Let's go, yeah.
no. I obviously took Travi to win the Heisman. Well, I didn't. I gave it. I don't bet futures, just so everyone knows. I can't have the patience to do that. But Janty is like the best offensive player in the country. If you, I mean, I've been watching more and more of them as he's gotten national credit. There's my dog. He's awesome. Like that dude breaks out 70-yarders like I've never seen before. So, or like say him and Saquon Barkley do it pretty much the same.
He needs that. He needs to put a really good game on tape if he wants to have any shot at the Heisman. Although I think his chances are zero. All right, let's go to the worst, most uninspiring. Let's go to the worst, most uninspiring game of the weekend, and that's the Big 12 championship. Iowa State playing ASU. ASU laying 2.5. I hate Matt Campbell and Iowa State, and Arizona State's likable. So give me the Sun Devils. Jet.
I don't know why you hate this game. I love this game. I love Arizona State. Their coach couldn't be more likable. Dude, their coach is so awesome. He got a $200,000 bonus, and he gave it all to his players.
Wait, what coach?
For their wins of Arizona State.
Oh, I said did I misspeak? Matt Campbell coaches Iowa State. I don't like Matt Campbell. I like
Okay.
I like Kenny Dillingham.
Yes, Kenny Dillingham. But he is such a likable guy.
Yes.
He is so awesome. Levitt, I feel bad. He had to play for shitty Michigan State last year. And then what's his name? Scatabo. Unreal. Just unreal fun to watch. So yeah, I love Arizona State.
Stark making a sweep.
Yeah, I do like Arizona State a lot too. That Cam Scatabo is really good. One other note I was going to make going back to UNLV game, I was watching it the other day. They have a wide receiver named Ricky Williams, the fourth or something like that. Joey, where did he go before UNLV?
I believe that it's not Ricky Williams you're thinking of, isn't it? Ricky White?
Yeah, Ricky White.
Ricky White and Rocky Lombardi destroyed Michigan.
That's all I'm just wondering, like, another great player not really being good on state, but doing great somewhere else. That's all.
He had 3 touchdowns on Michigan.
In one game, dude, I don't care about that. He left. Why did he leave?
Because he wasn't that good.
Well, he's damn good now. I think he's the only player in the country to have, like, multiple 3-touchdown games. Huh?
You know who took his spot? Jaden Reed and Jalen Naylor.
Yeah?
Just two.
I was just wondering. That's all. I was just wondering.
Just two NFL.
All right, Stark, you're on the Sun Devils.
Yeah.
Correct. All right, let's go to the SEC champ. Georgia, Texas, another rematch. Texas laying 2.5 here. Georgia went and punched Texas in the face in Texas earlier this season. Hard to beat a team twice. Although I picked Boise, I think Texas might roll here. Georgia's not played good football down the stretch, and Texas is playing great football down the stretch. So give me the Longhorns. Jet.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do we think that any team that knows that they're in coasts?
No. You want the bye. You don't want to play next week.
Okay.
And you want the championship. You want the confetti. You want the trophy.
Yeah.
Have a little pride.
I think that Georgia wins and Carson Beck is knocked out of the game and their backup plays and is much better than Carson Beck.
Sid the sloth-looking mother. Stark.
I hate Carson Beck so much. And that clip of him saying, I don't watch football, it's not fun for me. You're such a nerd. I just, that was the reason all year I'm like, I thought I liked Georgia a lot, but something about them is trash. It's him. He's butt. He sucks. I hate him. He's ugly. He thinks he's cool. He's not. Who they play? The Horns, the Longhorns, Texas.
It's the SEC championship.
I know, but Texas is first year. I mean, come on.
True.
I'll take Texas for sure. I bet you, to Joey's point, if Texas gets somewhat of a lead, Arch will be in the game. That'll be my take. Yeah.
Could this be an Archie Manning game because they want to rest Quinn for the playoffs because they're up by 25? I like it. All right, let's go to ACC championship game. This is really the only game this weekend with college football playoff implications. If you're a Bama fan, you are rooting for SMU. Clemson wins and things get interesting. SMU laying 2.5. I'm going Clemson here. I think Dabo and the boys do it. I think they win the game, and I think we've got some drama on the college football final rankings. Give me Clemson. Jet.
Give me the Stangs. I'll be sick. Dude, I hate Dabo. I hate Clemson. I don't think I've ever liked a player out of Clemson besides DeAndre Hopkins.
I don't like him.
Sammy Watkins.
You were a massive Deshaun Watson fan, for a while.
You were.
To be honest,
you had a bunch of jerseys.
I wish I had a Texans Deshaun Watson jersey. That would be with a Will Fuller to go with it.
Yeah. You.
Stark, I know who you're taking here because SMU was your preseason
pick they were
to win the ACC, and we thought you were crazy.
I'm taking SMU.
Yeah, I'm not letting you take Clemson here.
Funny thing about why I picked them.
Good reminder because he might have taken.
No, I wasn't, Joey. I knew I took them. That's so funny because this is just gonna. I shouldn't say this, but the reason I picked them is because their quarterback. I looked into it. He's pretty good. His name's Preston Stone. He looks pretty good. He got benched week 2, and it's backup. That's the reason they're really good. So. My knowledge did not work but it did work, but it didn't work in the way I thought it did. They're very good. They are actually pretty freaking good. I've watched them. The quarterback's electric. That guy's sweet. Clemson is – are they good or not? I don't know. I can't tell. I don't like Dabo either. I do think Klubnik's okay. He's a dog. He'll take the ball and run it in himself if he has to, and Phil Maffa's good, but – no, give me SMU. This will be a thrilling game because it does have the most implications.
Yeah, and it's going to be an exciting game. All right, let's go to Indy, where you can get into this game for $12. Thought about maybe doing a weekend trip to Indy. Penn State, shockingly, in the Big Ten championship game. I don't know if you guys saw James Franklin talking to the team in the locker room after they beat Maryland, and he's like, I got good news and bad news. The bad news is we thought we had tomorrow off, but we're practicing. And the good news is because we play in the Big Ten championship game because nobody in their right mind thought Michigan was going to beat Ohio State. Oregon is laying 3.5. I'm in the same boat as Stark with SMU. Oregon was my preseason pick not only to win the Big Ten, but to win the national championship. And I don't think Penn State is ready to face this passing game. So give me the Ducks. Jet. You love James Franklin, so.
This is one that I think is going to be a non-exciting game. I think that it's going to be low scoring, and I think that Oregon wins, but I don't think it's going to be a shootout by any means. I do think Penn State has good defense, and I think that Oregon is due for they haven't really had a letdown game per se. So yeah, I'm gonna say Oregon, and I'm gonna say it's low scoring and boring.
All right, I like it, Starkey.
Oh, I don't like this game. I feel like this, if anyone's going to, I would be pissed if I'm Penn State. I feel like they definitely didn't need to play in this game. Weren't they in anyway?
Yeah, they might have been the 5 seed.
Yeah, now we just get them a bye.
6 seed, yeah.
Yeah. Give me Oregon. Dan Lanning, there's always something new coming out about him that's just impressive to me about his character. His wife had cancer. I just saw this video about, and right at the beginning of his career, and I guess he was just like a great dad about it. Not trying to make this a sob story, but this kind of shows like he is a good dude. Like, I don't know if James Franklin's a good dude. Like, those guys, you don't know. Like, Dan Lanning strikes me as a good guy, but good dudes lead good men, and I believe that. Do you think Dan Campbell's a good guy? Like a good human being? Yeah, you have to be a good human being to be a good leader. And I think the more I see of Dan Lanning over these last few years, this might sound super corny, but he's just he's got it as a leader. And so he'll be, I could see him if he ever leaves going to the NFL and being great, but I'm taking Oregon. And Adam, I'm kind of with you. I think, who was my preseason pick? OSU to win it all? Yeah. I mean, Oregon's the only undefeated team. I mean, yeah. Give me Oregon and give me them to – I'm kind of getting on their bandwagon here towards the playoff. Good dudes are good leaders. That's my moral of the story with Dan Lanning. That's why Tucker was not a good leader.
Not a good dude.
Not a good dude.
All right, let's Justin, make a kick, buddy. All right, let's get to the NFL. Update on the season. Joey, Mr. 0-5, week 1, is in the lead at 36-24. I'm right on your tail, though, at 34-26. Stark, you're 29-31.
All right, I'm coming back.
We all had really good weeks. We all went 4-1 last week. So no movement in the rankings. All right, let's get right into it. We already broke this game down, and I think I know which way everyone's going. Packers at the Lions. Lions laying 3.5. Give me the Lions. Stark and Jet, you as well?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go to game 2. The Falcons go to Minnesota. Kirko back in Minnesota. Will he finish the game? Little prop bet. Do we see any Penix action the way that Kirk's been playing lately? Minnesota's laying 5.5. I'm going to take the Falcons here. I just think Minnesota's fraudulent, and it's going to come out at some point. Don't necessarily think Atlanta wins, but I will take the Falcons and the points. Stark.
I'm going to take the Falcons as well. I love revenge games. I love them. I love betting on people when they're revenge games. Jerry Jeudy just had like the biggest revenge game.
Unreal.
Yeah, that's my pick. Stick with it.
Yeah, make it a sweep.
Let's do it.
And no, Kirk doesn't step out of the game unless it's like a 30-point blowout. He's going to ball on him.
I hope so, because I have a bet on him to win Comeback Player of the Year, and he was a heavy favorite at one point in time. All right, let's go out to San Fran. Christian McCaffrey might be done, like his career might be done. Also, no Frank Mason. San Fran laying 3.5. The Bears come to town. I mean, this is easy. Bears, interim head coach game against a dwindling San Francisco team. Give me the Bears outright, as much as I hate to say that. Stark.
I said it a few weeks ago. I said we don't bet them now when they fire the offensive coordinator. We fire them when we bet them when they fire their head coach. That just happened. Now you bet them. Now you take them. Like I said, they're a good roster. They should be good. I think with competent coaching, they'll have better product. It's not going to be like they're going to make the playoffs or anything, but I'm going to take the Bears.
Jet, we doing sweeps this week?
Yeah, sure.
I love it. So we're all on the exact same game. Actually, at this point, if Jet just picks sweeps, then he's going to win.
That's exactly what I did there. Because I wasn't going to say anything. Because I kind of wanted the Niners, and I'm like, fuck, this is kind of an auto win for me.
Go out on a limb and take the Niners.
Nope, I love the Bears.
All right. Let's go to Sunday night. The Chargers go to Kansas City. Divisional game. Harbaugh's got the boys rolling. Kansas City laying 3.5 here. I'm just going to come out and say it at this point in time. The Chargers might be a better football team than the Chiefs right now. The way that they're playing. The way the Chiefs are playing and the way the Chargers have been playing the last few weeks. I'm going to take the 3.5, though, in a divisional game. Give me the Chargers. Stark.
I'm taking the Chiefs, and let me explain why. My dog's going to go crazy. And now I can talk. Chiefs have the best rushing defense in the league, statistically. When the Chargers were playing great, Dobbins was running great. He's no longer playing. If that run game for them goes downhill at all, I think it hurts them. So, Herbert was human last week. I'm taking the Chiefs, even though they're due to lose. That Raiders game was crazy. So, I just feel like if it's a toss-up, take the Chiefs because they're going to get it rigged for them or somehow it's going to go their way.
Jet. You can't go sweep on this one. Thank you for that, Stark.
Go both teams. I will be taking the Chiefs. Yes. The Chargers, I don't know what's going on with them. I don't think they looked awful in the second half versus the Ravens. They looked really bad versus the Falcons. They barely won that game. It was ugly. Honestly, Kirk won them that game. He played so bad. I think it's going to be the Chiefs. I think it's going to be Chiefs big.
Of course you do. All right, let's go to Sunday. Sorry, let's go to Monday night. Final game of the week. The Bengals that keep finding ways to lose go to Dallas. The hot Dallas Cowboys. Cincy laying 5.5. I love dogs this week. Give me Dallas at home in the 5.5. That Cincy defense is so atrociously bad. Oh my gosh. I have been burned far too many times on the Bengals this year. Give me the Cowboys. Stark.
I'm going to go Cowboys, too. I agree with you. Cooper Rush's stats since he's been starting are they're better than Joey.
Better than Dak? Is he better than Dak?
Cooper Rush
Son of a bitch. He's going to go for the sweep.
Wait, who'd you take, Adam?
Yeah, who they play?
No, who did you take, Adam?
Who they? I took Dallas.
I'm taking Cincinnati.
Yeah, who they? You have to take who they because you
I'm
are
going to take who they. They'll run up the score, I think. I don't know. Dallas' defense is a lot better when Micah Parsons is playing. So I don't like
Still
this pick.
saying positives about
Care about your own record. Don't worry about Jet. Jet's
I'm
gonna
going to
mess
take
up
Dallas.
at some point.
I do like Dallas. I think they have a little spark right now because there's no expectations, and I think that helps teams a little bit. Like, you got Rico Dowdle going out there and just playing like he did last week. He's going to be good for me in a fantasy football league. Not a fantasy football podcast, I know, but guys like him and, they're Brandon Cook's coming back, and Cooper Rush is not bad, right? Not bad. Threw for 300 yards, I think, twice already since he's been better than Dak. And that defense is just super porous for Cincinnati. So you can see Dallas getting a couple sacks, causing some havoc, and then, choking another game away for Cincinnati. So I'll take Dallas.
You need to zig when others zag. Everyone keeps hopping on the Bengals, and I think people are finally off of them. Obviously, they're not making the playoffs now. I'm going to be taking the Bengals in this game. I think Joe Burrow is having an MVP season, like legitimately.
Yes, I know.
He has thrown 30 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Through the history of the NFL, there have only been, I think it was like 9 seasons where quarterbacks have had those statistics through 12 games. And the worst record was like Aaron Rodgers at 9-3, I believe, through 12 games when you're throwing 30 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions. The other were like Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. It was just all like the best quarterbacks. The season that he's having's just stupid. I think that he just eats on Monday.
All right, I love it. Thank you. All right, gents. Well, that wraps it up. Quick little note to the listeners of the pod. I head overseas tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna try to make some BBL in Tokyo content. We'll see. Check out the pages. I'll do some fit checks and walking around the city, different things like that. And then we'll.
You should have made merch so that way you could give it to random people and be like, "We love BBL sports."
I'm gonna.
We should make some Young Way
I'm
Code
keeping that, by the way.
BBL
That's staying in the episode. I'm gonna walk around the streets of Tokyo and be like, I think they have TikTok in Tokyo, and be like, follow BBL Sports. They're gonna love it. I'll put them on a football. I'm gonna wear some Lions gear. We're converting the people of Tokyo to Lions fans, and more importantly, BBL Sports fans. So, and then when I get back, I will be jet lagged, and we are doing the episode 21 live stream. We'll call it the 21st birthday party. Jet, you're a really good graphic designer. Use your AI tool. We need a birthday party graphic to post and like really market this birthday party that we're doing for in the live stream for next week. BBL and guests next week.
The BBL birthday bonanza.
Yes. Join us next week. So if you're still listening, please join. We're going to live stream. Have a drink with you. We're going to be
BBL,
bringing
BB.
people. The what?
Never mind.
And most importantly, we want to know, is Ben Franklin on Fraud Watch? So please drop a yes or no to Benji Franklin being on Fraud Watch in the comments. And with that,
shout-outs? Any shout-outs? Shout-out to Campbell.